Hello everyone, welcome to Katharine's Creatures. This is episode 44, and this is a series where we get to touch base and discuss various mythological beasts, beings, and the like, pulled from lore worldwide. I always like to preface by saying that I'm not a linguist, so if I mispronounce anything, I apologize in advance. I try my best, but there's always a chance that I will make that mistake going forward. And today we're going to be talking about La Llorona. You may or may not have heard of her, but she is a fairly popularized, vengeful ghost-like spirit. She is a woman. Also, her name kind of, I guess, translates or refers to the fact that she is one of the weeping women or wailing or the wailer. And you may have heard other kind of entities like this, especially in Europe, from the concept, or even Japan too, of a mourning ghost from something to do with their past, and screams and cries and can do harm to humanity. So La Llorona, see if I get that right, La Llorona is found in a variety of places, and so there are a lot of different little differences between regions and countries, but with that said, I'll kind of cover two of the big lore behind her. And she's found everywhere from Mexico, Guatemala, Venezuela, even the southwestern part of the United States. Her, I guess the most commonly accepted story behind her is that she was a beautiful woman with the name of Maria. And she ends up marrying a rich either conquistador or ranchero, depending again on the region, and they have a couple kids. At some point, while the children are still young, La Llorona, or Maria at this point, sees her husband with another woman and goes into a blind rage, whereupon she goes, and again, this is where it gets pretty dark, so pre-warning, but she goes into a blind rage and she actually drowns her children in a nearby river. Of course, immediately afterwards, she is racked with guilt and regret, and to kind of punish herself, she then goes and drowns herself. Obviously, with all that just occurred, it kind of makes sense that she is not allowed or not permitted to cross over into her afterlife. Instead, she is kind of sent in this purgatory, this kind of limbo, where she's forced to roam the earth searching for her children until potentially one day they can be found and reunited. But that's why you'll hear, again, going back to the wailing woman, the weeping woman, this spirit who haunts watersides and riversides and lakesides, and kind of terrifying for good reason. But she is portrayed, or has been portrayed numerous times in all sorts of like cinema and TV and books, and very popularized. Recently, there was a movie called La Llorona about her. But yeah, there's a lot of information about her. One of her other alternative versions of her story is very, very similar. Again, beautiful woman marries a rich man, or beautiful woman falls in love with another man. In this version, her children are actually illegitimate. And when she sees the man she loves, the father of her children, with his actual wife, that sets her off, and she goes and drowns her children because she fears that they would be taken from her and forced to live with the couple away from her, and she won't be able to see them again. So in her panic, she drowns her children, and then the story goes back to drowning herself and becoming this spirit entity that haunts the watersides. Now, if you have any questions about La Llorona or anything else, post them in the comments below, message me on social media. And until next time, Skål.